I have no clue what the hell is going on. Welcome to another episode of This Goose is Cooked, where we review books intended for our future generations. Today's book, This is a Circle, by Chrissie Krebs, published by Sky Pony Press. This is a Circle is a crazy book that follows 4 animals, a bear, cat, goat, and fox. And antics ensue as they all play with various items and then all climb to the top of a box. Chrissie does a wonderful job with the pacing and rhyming the words. She finds a way to teach the reader along the way the difference between 2D and 3D. And the pictures did just enough to capture the silliness of the story. Though I will say I did have a hard time following exactly what this story was. The story begins showing the reader a circle and a square. Then it introduces one of the characters. I quote, "This is a wild-looking, one-eyed bear." End quote. The bear looks like a pear. He's out of shape and clearly has some scoliosis. Then the book shows you a ball and a box, and introduces the second character, a fox wearing pants, but he's shirtless. He must have just gotten back from work. This book goes on to show you more objects, a scarf, a hat, a car, and a boat. I'm guessing all these objects will play a role in the story later. Kind of strange that the book just shows you these things, like it's a show and tell, but there's no context. It then introduces you to the final 2 characters, a singing cat and a tap-dancing goat. Seems like a good pair that could perform at a subway station. The clusterfuck of a story then starts. It begins with, I quote, "The goat climbs the box while wearing the hat, which frightens the fox and angers the cat." End quote. Is the fox afraid of heights? Why the hell would he be scared? Is he afraid of everyone seeing the goat in that hideous hat? Is the cat mad because it's his box? Who the hell knows? We go on and it doesn't become any clearer. Of course the bear, who looks like he's a retired pirate, is sailing the boat. And then you see the cat is driving the car around the box, and the goat is just sitting on the box looking all crazy like. The cat seems pretty threatening to the goat, but he doesn't seem to mind. The fox is a wet blanket and decides to sit in a square, not wanting to be a part of any of this. But he's clearly not thinking, because the square he is sitting in is in the direct path of the cat driving the car, and he looks like he's about to get smoked. The cat obviously crashes, somehow not harming the fox, and the cat ends up getting thrown from the crash all the way to the top of the box. He should have been wearing a seatbelt. But I shouldn't expect too much, because none of these characters seem that bright. The story gets stranger and stranger. The goat and the cat apparently resolve their issues and party down. The bear seems to sail by the fox, taunting him, so the fox chucks a ball at his head. That's not very smart at all, picking a fight with a guy who's twice your size. He must have known he could outrun the bear, even while wearing those slacks. Well, that's exactly what happens. The bear gets mad and chases the fox, and the fox scrambles up to the top of the box. And the bear is determined to get up there too, so he stacks all the objects on top of each other and climbs to the top of the box. They all get up there and the story ends on all of them on top of the box. And the book says, I quote, "How do they get down?" End quote. Nice, they're all stuck up there. That is a lesson that everyone needs to know. It's always easier to climb up something than climb down. If you're sitting there wondering, "David, what the hell is the point of this story?" I have no clue. It makes no sense to me. The story was like a rambling old person who explains everything in the story, but then never gets to the point. This is a ball. It's important to the story. Okay, let's cut to the chase. Does the ball play a significant role in the story? No? Okay. The author's rhymes and the fact that I learned some geometry definitely saved this book. So on a scale from 1 to 5, I'm going to give this book a 2.9. I'll have a taste, push it around, and go back for several more bites. This goose is cooked. Join us next time for another in-depth book review.